Some breaking news out of WWE. Stephanie McMahon, yes, that Stephanie McMahon, is stepping away from WWE starting today. This comes during a week where there's been a lot of breaking news with WWE already, with Sasha Banks and Naomi obviously walking out earlier this week. Now we have Stephanie McMahon announcing via Twitter that she is taking a leave of absence from the company. Let's take a look at the tweet she actually sent out today. Quote, "As of tomorrow, I am taking a leave of absence from the majority of my responsibilities at WWE. WWE is a long-time legacy for me, a lifelong legacy for me, and I look forward to returning to the company that I love after taking this time to focus on my family." Now, of course, this tweet has caused many people, many fans especially, to speculate, to rumor, why is Stephanie leaving? Is there some political posturing going on behind the scenes? Is it Nick Khan trying to push her out so he can run the corporate side of things? There's a lot of people saying a lot of stuff that has zero foundation in fact, reality, or any credible reporting. Let me be clear. People take leave of absences from companies. Executives take leave of absences from companies all the time. These are things that happen. It doesn't mean that Nick Khan is posturing to get Stephanie McMahon out. It doesn't necessarily mean that Stephanie McMahon is planning her exit from WWE in some capacity. It doesn't mean that Stephanie McMahon is being pushed out by certain people. None of that is true. Read the last line of that tweet, folks. She is returning to WWE. Quote right here. I'll read the quote again. "I look forward to returning to the company that I love after taking this time to focus on my family." She said it right there. Stephanie McMahon is taking time away to focus on her family, as she should. As any person should. You can't blame someone for wanting to take time to focus on their family. Her husband just had a life-changing experience with his heart condition. Their kids are growing up. They want to make sure that they optimize their time that they have together with their kids. There's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't mean that someone's being pushed out. It doesn't mean that Stephanie McMahon is going to leave WWE. It doesn't mean any of that. People want to point towards the fact that, hey, Shane McMahon, he took a leave. He left WWE. Completely different scenario, completely different circumstance. This isn't like, I know a lot of people want to make this not a bigger deal, but people want to make this into something that is absolutely not. Is she leaving WWE? Yes, temporarily. She's leaving. She's leaving her responsibilities on the table so that she can go focus on her family, so she can focus on their health, on Triple H's health, which is not a bad thing. I'm very sure that her job is going to be waiting for her when she gets back. Now, if it's not, we'll talk about it. But until then, no speculation is needed. This happens this happens. This genuinely happens in a lot of these big companies. People take leave of absences. This happens in a lot of offices as well. So just want to put that out there. Again, the parallels to Shane McMahon's situation. Shane McMahon's situation was completely different. He left the company. He stepped down. He didn't step away. He stepped down. He went to go pursue other things. Now, could Stephanie McMahon in the future pursue these other things? She's been chief brand officer of WWE since 2013. She's very reputable. She has a literal lifetime of experience in this business. And honestly, she'd do great in any role that she'd be in. Like, genuinely. She's really good at that part of her job. So, if that happens one day, don't be surprised, actually, if she ever actually decides to leave WWE to pursue something that might be more fruitful for her career and her life. And, she could be CEO of a company one day. Instead of being the chief brand officer, she could be CEO. Like, I could see that happening one day. But as far as we know, that's not the case. As far as we know, she's leaving to take time to be with her family. And there's nothing wrong with that. I hope she enjoys that time. It's much needed. If you're out there, please enjoy some time with your family And also be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released.